You're a meteorologist, but you're also a geography buff. So it may be hard for some of us to even label a country like Norway on the map correctly, like me. So an 8th grader is putting us all to shame, going to Washington, D.C. to compete with state champions across the country. To be the National Geographic Bee Champion next week, Thomas Wright from University School of Milwaukee joins us live on Daybreak. Thanks for, you just won the state championship, right?
Correct. I won the state bee back in late March.
So
congratulations.
Well, thank you.
What were some of the questions that they asked you?
I mean, they varied in difficulty, but I remember the winning question, the question I won, obviously to win the bee, was the city of Tauranga lies on the Bay of Plenty in which country? I mean, it wasn't exactly that question, but it went along the lines of that.
I'd be like, what? I don't know what you guys are talking about. That looks like Jeopardy there. Wow. Was it intense?
It was intense. I mean, going into the state competition, I was feeling a lot of pressure because of how well I did last year, advancing to the nationals. And, you know, even though I did put that pressure on me, I still advanced through the state competition. And now I'm even still, I feel a lot of pressure because I've set very high expectations for myself going into nationals, as this is my 2nd year. And
you said even when you were really young tot. Tell me how you got into geography, what your mom
Well, I was, I don't know, about 4-ish, 3 or 4, and I remember my parents, they gave me this big foam map puzzle. You know, it could sprawl out all across the floor, and I could complete it in a few minutes, right? And that's what really sparked my interest, because I could do it so quickly that I was like, oh, well, this is an interesting subject for me, and
all right, Mark,
I could branch out.
Ask some questions.
No, I'm curious. So, how do you study for some of these competitions?
Well, I have been studying since last year's national competition, so about a year even, because it was in last May. But in February, I started this series where I would write 20 facts a day about a certain region or about a certain geographical point, or anything in geography, to be honest. I'd write 20 facts.
Yeah, you said you're studying 2 hours a night.
Exactly. In these last 2 weeks or so, I've been setting, yeah, exactly. I've been setting a lot of time aside for studying because I know the expectations for me are very high, and I know how I can achieve those, and that's by studying a lot. And I mean, I guess you could say I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself, but I'm fine with it. I know what to expect.
Okay. All right, so do you just take like a giant Rand McNally, like hardcover, and just read it from front to back?
I mean, sometimes I just do that for fun, to be honest, but I actually use a bunch of National Geographic's resources because, after all, they are the ones that sponsor the bee.
That's true.
So we'll ask you just like 2 questions. So what's the deepest part of the ocean? That
would be the Challenger Deep, which is in the Mariana Trenches in the Pacific Ocean.
How deep is that?
I believe it's definitely more than 30,000 feet deep. I know that for sure. 35,000 about, so.
Can you get one question in quickly?
All right, so what part of geography do you like the best? What's the coolest thing?
For me, it's definitely political geography because I like to understand how countries relate with one another, or that be through trade, war, or different country borders. That's always been
We have future diplomat here.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll be keeping an eye on this. The 29th Annual National Geographic Bee will take place in Washington, D.C., May 14th through the 17th. Good luck to all of you. We'll be right back.
Thank you very much.
Thomas.